Cop threatens to break his window for eating Taco Bell. These transporters were legally parked for the night, taking a break after a long haul. No signs, no warnings, just food and rest. But that did not stop police from surrounding their vehicle, demanding ID and threatening force. It starts with silence. Two transporters rest for the night, legally parked, with food delivered and paperwork ready. Then headlights. A police cruiser rolls in, and without a word of explanation, officers begin shining lights directly into the vehicle. The driver and passenger are stunned but remain calm. They ask the question anyone would: have we committed a crime? The response? More demands. ID. Exit the vehicle. Hands visible. The officers will not explain what law has been broken. They claim the truck looks suspicious. That is it. The man records everything. He repeats what the Constitution already protects. I don't answer questions. I haven't committed a crime. Yet the officer continues with his hand on his gun and threatens to break his window. Watch the full video and see how all of this happened just because they said no without committing a single crime.
Police just rolled up, looking in our car, shining lights. He's coming over here, and I'm gonna shine my light back at him. May I help you?
Familiar with this car?
That's my car.
It is?
Well, actually, you know what? I don't answer questions without an attorney present. May I help you? May I help you? I don't answer questions, officer. You are being video recorded. And I'm gonna ask you again, may I help you?
What are you doing in the parking lot, bro?
I don't answer questions.
Do you have any ID on you?
I don't answer questions. Have I committed a crime? Do you suspect me of committing a crime? Do you have RAS? Do you have RAS? Reasonable, articulable suspicion.
Yeah, you're in a parking lot after the business is closed.
Is that illegal? Is that illegal? Is there a sign suspicious as a felony or a misdemeanor? Do you want to make headlines? Now I put my light down since you put your light down. Do you see these plates? I have transport plates. I don't answer questions. I have not committed a crime. Do you suspect me of committing a crime? If so, what crime do you suspect me of committing? I don't answer questions. And I'm gonna tell you, you can see transport plates. You see these are All-Tech vehicles. You can see my car is hooked up to that truck. You're not getting in my car, bro. Bro, you're not getting in my car. Call 911. Call my 911. You see you're being recorded?
Open the door right now.
Give me your phone so I can record.
You see quality drive away?
Door right now.
I have transport plates on the front of my vehicle. I am shut down. I'm not getting out of here, bro. I'm not getting out of this car. There's an officer over here threatening my life, my safety, and my liberty. He's trying to get in my car. He's trying to break into this truck.
No, we're transporters. We're from All-Tech over here on Elizabeth.
They came over here demanding ID. They
Keep your hands up so I can see them now.
All right.
send a state trooper over here or somebody. Your door locked
I need
too.
a supervisor
We don't have to
over
get
here
out of here. We need a
ASAP, please.
supervisor ASAP.
We're over here at Sam's
I need a
Club.
supervisor.
We are transporters from All-Tech.
My
Our hands are
right
up.
here.
I'm videoing everything.
Go
Our hands
live
up.
on
There's three
this.
officers.
These guys
There's three
is
officers out here
terrorizing.
threatening us.
You're scaring me. I'm not armed. You got a gun. They got us with our hands up. They're getting us unlawful
We're
orders.
surrounded right now. We are transporters
We are
from
transporters.
All-Tech, Elizabethtown,
We got two brand new
Kentucky.
All-Tech.
There's
My
no
car's
non-parking
hooked up,
signs.
bro.
We are shutting down
You
for the
can read my
night.
plates. I don't have to get out of here. I haven't done anything wrong.
They're trying to get us out of the vehicle and everything.
My-
We have not
I haven't
committed
done
a
anything
crime.
wrong, bro.
We haven't done anything wrong.
I haven't done anything. Look, let's remain.
I'm sorry. We are parked. We are parked. We're not driving. This is a no ID
We have
state.
the right to remain
I'm
silent,
sorry.
bro. And
I
right
can't
now,
hear you. I
you
can't
are
hear you. I'm
committing
sorry.
deprivation under the color
They're
of law.
trying
I address you and I demand you
Yeah,
to cease and
a
desist.
sergeant is on the way, she
This
said.
is deprivation under the color of law. I haven't broken any lines, any laws.
A sergeant.
Y'all demanding somebody, scaring us, talking about get our hands up. You got your hand on your gun, bro?
They're sending a sergeant.
Why do you have your hand on your gun, sir?
What
Bro,
crime
I
have I
don't have to
committed?
identify myself. I haven't broken any laws. No, I don't. This is
You
not.
have to commit a crime. I haven't done anything wrong. I'm stopped here. I haven't done anything wrong. And your badge number and your name.
My badge number is
Badge
139.
number.
T Mentor. Okay, I got it.
T Mentor?
Yeah.
All right, I'll talk to you. You know why? Because you address yourself. We are citizens of the United States. We the people. Let me finish. We the people. You work for us. He works for us.
not correct,
This is
sir.
a public servant
Sir, that's
who
not
will not identify himself. This other guy is over here threatening. He's menacing me.
Per Supreme Court ruling, when you're requested to exit the vehicle, whether you committed a crime or not, you still have to exit the vehicle. Upon request,
that is a traffic stop. This is not a traffic stop.
Not true at all.
We are shut down for the night, bro.
Is the vehicle running? Is she in control of the vehicle right now?
The vehicle, we are parked. We are shut down for the night.
Is the vehicle running?
I don't answer questions, sir.
Okay. Well, you
and I sit there and see, I try to talk to you and be reasonable, but I'm going to exercise my constitutional rights, which I exercise all my constitutional rights. We the people.
Listen, we don't make the law, we enforce the law. We also
what law was broke? You took an oath, bro. You took an oath to protect. You took an oath. Let me ask you a question. Did you not, or did you take an oath to protect the United States Constitution?
Yep.
To protect. Let me finish. Did you take an oath
to enforce the laws of the
state?
What laws were breaking?
These are suspicious vehicles now.
These are brand new vehicles. You know they was picked up right off the road.
I don't know.
But let me tell you, did you take an oath to protect my rights? Did you take an oath to protect my rights, sir?
Yeah, I also took an oath to
What is the First Amendment?
Is there any no parking signs?
Can you quote the First Amendment? Can you quote the Fourth Amendment? Because if you pull me out of this car, if you threaten to arrest me and pull me out of the car, you violate my Fourth Amendment right there. I also have a fifth. Let me finish, sir. Let me finish. Let me finish.
You're not in control of this
right now.
Now you're hollering at me like I said.
Open the door, or we're gonna.
What's your name and badge number, sir?
Sergeant McCall 117.
All right. Can I ask you a question?
This is a sergeant. This is a sergeant.
Have I broken any laws?
I don't know why they're.
You're being recorded. You're alive right now.
We're sitting here. We're shut down. We're shut down for the night. We're transporters.
We have transport.
We're getting ready to eat our food from Taco Bell.
Get out of the vehicle, ma'am.
Wow, really? This is what's going to happen?
You're recording him?
Yes, he's definitely being recorded. He is inside my vehicle, opening the door. We have not committed a crime. We are sitting here.
Get out of the vehicle.
And he's pulling me out of the vehicle. He's pulling me out of the
Will she be
vehicle.
arrested if not?
He's pulling. Am I detained?
I'll get arrested.
Am I detained?
You're about to go on the ground. You better stop resisting. I promise you, you're gonna have a rough day.
Even after the officer grabs him and the screen goes completely black, the audio keeps rolling, revealing the escalating tension, threats, and the man's continued resistance. Don't skip it. What you hear next says everything they don't want you to see.
You're sitting in a vehicle, the vehicle is running. You are in possession of the vehicle and you're in control of the vehicle. At any time you could have put your foot on that brake, you could have put it in gear, you could have took off, could have run us over.
I wouldn't hurt no.
The other, I understand, I'm not saying that I'm saying you could have, okay? The other officers requested y'all to exit the vehicle. Y'all refused to exit the vehicle. We have the legal right to extract you from that vehicle, and we only have to give you one opportunity to get out, okay?
I thought you had to commit a crime.
No, ma'am. So you're right now you're trespassing because you're on personal property or you're on private property.
They give us permission to park here. So how we? I don't understand that.
How do we know that?
It asked us, and so the ones that come up started demanding us to get out and the ID and all this stuff, and we didn't know what happened before you even came. Nobody asked us anything. They just said, "What are you doing?" And then they said, "Give me ID," and then get out of the vehicle. Get out of the vehicle.
Okay, well, you're in, like I said, you're in control of that vehicle. To be in control of that vehicle, you have to produce an ID. You have to produce a driver's license. Okay. Regardless if you're just sitting in it. Now, if you were just sitting in the vehicle was off, probably wouldn't have been that big a deal. But we've got a transport vehicle over here. Then we have you sitting in the driver's seat. Okay. And like I said, the vehicle's running.
After being detained, the transporters were handcuffed and held in a cage for over an hour. Despite committing no actual crime, they were ultimately cited for obstructing a first responder. This man literally had a seizure from the stress caused by this police investigation right in front of his home. And as his sister desperately tries to record everything, officers argue, deflect, and ignore her pleas for help. What triggered it all? This was supposed to be a simple store run. Preston Anderson, a man with no criminal record and a registered firearm, was pulling out of his own driveway when police suddenly rammed his vehicle. Just lights, a drawn gun, and immediate escalation. Officers claim they were stopping him due to dark window tints, but quickly shifted their story, saying he resembled someone with an outstanding warrant. His sister rushes out, recording the entire scene. She pleads with officers to calm down. Preston has a history of seizures when stressed, and moments later, her fears come true. As officers cuff him and demand ID, Preston collapses onto the ground, seizing in the middle of the street. The officers just stand there, offering no immediate medical help. While the investigation continues, she begs for an ambulance, reminding them again and again that this is a medical emergency. Watch the full video and please make sure to share this one because this needs to be heard.
All right, JSO, the finest, hit my brother's car, got him pinned up, has no arrest records, no nothing. Everything is legal. I'm just jumped out with his gun. I'm confused on why you hit his car. Wow. And is he handcuffed? Wow. And the previous officer who I stopped said they stopped him due to his tent being dark. I'm not even supposed to be outside, Jesus. He literally just pulled out the driveway to go to the store. So all of this because his windows are tinted? I'm his sister. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him who just said something to him. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him when he just said something about his tinted windows. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. I don't care. No, I don't. I'm not talking to you. So, please. Guys, can you call them and make sure they call the ambulance that's coming along with them? And never mind. I see it. I see him. Yes. No medication. No. It's stress induced, so they never put him on medication. So earlier he went to the store, he pulled up at home, and I don't know if it's the same cop cars actually turned on the light as soon as he walked in the house, so I guess they tried to pull him over for his tent before he walked in the house. He just left to go in the store to get a Black & Mild, so he was leaving to get one. Somebody rammed the back of his car. Somebody hopped out on him with a gun. So you can imagine why he's having a seizure at this point. And I'm guessing it's all because his tent, and he just got his decal replaced because he had to get insurance. Outside of that, that's the only thing they keep pulling him over for. He got a ticket the other day for his tent.
They tried to stop him earlier?
Yeah, but he was right in front of our house, and he just had walked in the house when they cut on the lights, but he was already in the house, so they pulled off. The neighbor had told us. So we didn't even know they tried to pull him over because by then he was in the house. So it's like, I don't know if they was waiting for him to come back out, but I'm sure it's the same ones that tried to get him before. And they claim it, so I kept hearing them say something about the tent, something about the tent. But it does not take you to ram the back of his car or to hop out on him with a gun because you can't see because his tent is too dark. Yes, he has his license to carry his gun. It's not a dirty gun. It's in his name. It's registered to him. And he works for the city. I don't know. They hit the back of his damn car, pulling him over, and hopped out with a gun on him. Talking about his tent too dark. You know he started having a seizure. Then they had him in handcuffs, so he got nervous. They hit the back of his car and then they put him in handcuffs. All this, and then he kept saying, the officer kept saying, because his tent, that nasty one with that damn hat with the mullet, he's so nasty. I spoke with one of your sergeants on the phone yesterday, and he stated, that they were following the active warrant because they pulled him over Sunday for all of this. Because they got a tip that he resembled the person that you guys were looking for because he had on red basketball shorts. It got to the point where you stressed him out so bad he ended up having a seizure down there. So I spoke with him. They said the tip came that Coach Sean, the person that they're looking for, lived at this address. My mom had this house built in 1998. The only people that reside at this address besides my siblings is my husband. The sergeant asked for his name. I said his name is Jarvis Carson. Nobody in this house has arrest records, no criminal history. Okay, at that point I thought it was done. We verified nobody else stayed at this address. He said, well, we have to follow through with the tips, good or bad. We do. So for you guys to come walking down here today is insane to me.
So more than likely what it is he has given this address, and this address
Nope, he has never given this address. He has never. I was told by a sergeant that this was given to them as a tip.
Okay.
You can pull the records. The house belongs to me and my sister. When my mom passed in 2019, the house was then placed in me and my sister's name. Okay. The only people outside of my siblings whose name might come, for whatever reason, we get an Anthony Smith to this address. And that was my mom's god brother. So that's the only person whose name comes, and he doesn't even stay in Jacksonville. Right. Outside of that, no. He couldn't, no.
I don't even know who this guy is.
From the neighborhood.
Supposed to be staying here?
From the neighborhood. So once they said, I got a copy of the police report. I saw his name on the police report. We pulled up his name on the police report. Now, I don't know if he used to stay over here or over here, but he used to stay on that side of the street when we were coming up. Right. Outside of that, he hasn't stayed, I'm guessing, stayed over there in this house since he was probably in middle school or something. But this house, since 1998, it went from Tanya and my mother to Victoria Danisha Hadden. That's me.
I got you.
Anybody besides that? No. He has never used this address for anything. I was told by your sergeant that it was a tip that someone told him that he resided at this address. And we verified and cleared that yesterday on the phone with your sergeant.
Right.
So for them to walk over here and ask about him, when I spoke with the sergeant yesterday.
So the deal with that is these two officers weren't involved with that incident yesterday. So for you to speak to the sergeant yesterday, and it's completely different officers. So I'm gonna have a talk with them. See if
Because
we can
at this
narrow
point,
down
it's
what
like
the disconnect
harassment
is.
at this point.
I understand where you come from. Like I said, I'm gonna have a conversation with them, see where the disconnect is about what's going on with this address and what's up with his name and how it keeps coming back to this address. But like I said, I'll try and figure it out and see what's going on, so you guys don't keep getting harassed.
Despite officers admitting they couldn't see inside the car, he wasn't fleeing, yet police used a pit maneuver, cuffed him, and searched his vehicle. The stress caused him to suffer a seizure. He has no record. We're still waiting for more information on this case. Check out their channel for more info on this. Thank you for watching. If you believe in holding public officials accountable and protecting your rights, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It motivates us to bring you more eye-opening videos like this. The original video links are in the description. Check them out and support the creators. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and always record. We'll see you in the next video.